right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down for this offense. They'll try to get outside. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play. That purple wave getting things going on the ground now.
It's such a great fan base in the Pacific Northwest. Washington fans believe in their team. They're loud, and I tell you what, when they got a ground game they can depend on, a physical ground game, it sets the table for everything they want to do offensively.
That's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
On second down, looking to throw. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
From the gun, the running back has it. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. He fires a bullet to the right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Let's go! From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Huskies!
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And we're all square as he sets to kick it away.
Returner goes out of bounds.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels,
going to throw it over the top of the D. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with it.
Second down.
On your opening drive.
Well, you make big plays for your quarterback in the game. You catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocking, a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Harbor. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot in zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that rock.
The give to the tailback. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
Let it bust for a long one, but now 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that one play.
The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And the defense gets to him, but not before he reaches the 2.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Final play of the quarter coming. They're going to run it to the right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
That's the end of the first quarter. South Carolina, 14. Washington, 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Looking to throw on second down. Feeling some heat. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
What a great job by this defense. You get third down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, fourth down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop him running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
And, guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Quickly complete. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him. You better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, though.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
Fights off a defender. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin, great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play.
And they will score! Touchdown, Washington!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Memphis is just getting blown off the field right now. And like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 28 to Arkansas. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The South Carolina offense is back on the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's for the play caller right now, just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him. He's finding out, where are my playmakers? Who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Bill?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Well, another catch by the big fella. And, hey, this defense now in the second level, they've got to understand that they're going to see some play action. They can't keep biting on the fake. It's not easy to do. You've got to be aware of the tight end and his release. As soon as you see him get upfield, right now you know it's pass. So don't even worry about the fake. Get your eyes focused and find the big fella to go make a tackle or make a play on the ball.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Back to pass, it's Sellers. looking deep. And that pass intercepted. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
He's going to pass on second down. He'll off one deep down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quick shuffle pass. They'll go with the quick touch pass. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Excellent field position here for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Power football with the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus-pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
trying to get to him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack tear.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
On second down, looking again to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what they do.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Offense facing 4th down. Number 38 in punt formation to kick it away.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half with the score. South Carolina 20, Washington 14.
The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Second down.
Important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Williams looking for a man. Got the quick pass. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Quarterback will audible. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the catch and knocked down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
On second down, wants to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He's loose. Touchdown, Huskies. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. A first down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this is a defense that I think is really feeling themselves right now, especially after some of the good things they did in that first half. Getting a sack right away, the opening play of the third quarter, that's got to get the juices flowing. And you know after that, they're going to keep this pass rush coming.
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point he was able to come away with the pick.
Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Finds his tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Williams will pass. Got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on third and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up first and goal.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Tennessee. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about chipping this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
Wants to throw on second down. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route. The QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and did that right there.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D, easily picked.